Welcome to Uber Jeep AZ. I'm Jeff. As always, can't be nobody else. But today I'll be installing a Badland Apex 1200 pound winch. You're going to love this. This is so easy to install. And the reason why I got Apex, because I did a lot of research in maybe over 3 months. And I found out that a lot of the winches don't have warranties. I mean, this one, you can get up to a 2-year warranty on this. Either service or free replacement right off the bat. The 1-year replacement is $129. The 2-year was $169. I got the 2-year. Here's the box. And there's the winch. This thing's pretty massive. It's heavy too. I got the synthetic rope because, like I said, you got cables with some of them. A lot of guys don't like the cable. Everybody's going synthetic rope. So I got the synthetic rope. After I went through the box, made sure I had all the inventory, had all of my hardware, had all of the parts, nothing was missing. I went through my tool list. You're going to need a 16mm socket. And I'm going to also get a 16mm crescent wrench. You're going to need an 8mm Allen, because that's how you're going to get these little bolts right here in and out on your house. You also got a 17mm, because on the back of mine, those are 17. But I think on the new ones, it might be 16. Not sure. You need your drill, because I've actually got a drill hose. I got my little plastic piece back here. But if you look straight down, you can't see through. I'm going to come through the bottom, drill out enough so I can get my bolts up under there. The fronts are fine, but it's the back. I got that plastic piece in the way, so I can either cut out a section or just drill a hole from the bottom straight up just to open it up some. I'm gonna make it look professional and drill a hole. First thing I'm gonna do is drill pilot holes right in here, just so I know where I'm drilling from the bottom. There's my pilot hole there, and here's gonna be a pilot hole here. That's good. Now I'm going to come back through with a 3/4, and that's a spade bit. And that spade bit is going to open that plastic up so I can actually get a socket and a bolt up through there so I can lock this winch onto this damn thing. There my big air horns are up under there. Got my compressor over here to keep that thing nice and loud. So my pilot holes are somewhere. I think it's right behind here. So let's try this one instead. I'd rather do this one. We'll go straight up. Come on, thing. It's dancing all over the place right now. But it's going to get in there, trust me. You know what, I think I'm going to cut it. Okay, I got these snips here. These snips are for sheet metal, but I can use them for this if I can get them up in here. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, that's going to be kind of hard. I mean, I could actually take this thing off, but I'm trying to do this the shortcut way and not take it off. So, as long as you cut out a square right here, you'll be good. I think I'm going to need 2 hands to do this, so I'm going to put this camera down and get working. With a little help from this drill here, I actually got that hole bored out perfectly. See, I haven't done that side yet, but that one is bored out perfectly. All I did was use my snips and cut this little ridge off here. Then I just rounded it off with the drill. Just kept rounding back and forth, and it put a nice little ridge in there. So now my bolt can go up there and my socket can fit over it, so I'm good with this side. I'm gonna do the same thing to that side. Oh Lord. Okay, got both of my holes drilled. You can see straight down to the ground. That means I can add my bolts up under there. You can see all 4 of them straight to the ground. See, now what they do is they give you these washers, these pressure washers that go on these studs here, these bolts. So it goes on there first, and then you add the regular flat washer on top. Because it's going to go up under the front bumper, go through there. It's going to go through this bolt here. But these bolts here actually go into the side of, see, here's your winch. There's these slots right up under the bottom of the winch. It slides right into those slots, just like a battery pack. So see, there's my bolt sitting in there, and my nut sitting in there. So the bolt's going to go up through the bumper into there. It's going to lock it down. You got 4 of those. So I'm going to situate each one of these nuts inside of there. Then I'm going to actually put my studs up through the bottom of the bumper to see if I can get this thing locked on. Okay, I got the winch situated, but I don't have it bolted down because you're going to have to move it around a lot. I took my howls off, but you're going to have to still move this thing around a lot for wiring. So I got my power wire running right up under my front, coming right through the side here, wrapping around. and sitting here. Now what I want to do is make sure that your power wire touches as much plastic as possible. Don't let it touch the frame. I don't like my power wires touching my frame, even though they're coated and everything. I don't like power wires touching the frame, because imagine if you were to have a front end collision and that power wire just got snapped or frayed or anything, and it was leaning against metal, and some metal could cut into that cord. You'd have a loud pop, possibly an explosion if gasoline got on it. So I make sure you keep your power wire always running, touching plastic or rubber as often as possible. Run it through plastic if you have to, but keep it away from this frame. Like I said, this right here, I'm gonna have this actually more that way. It's not gonna be on the frame. I'm gonna have it wrapped around through here like this, around my power box, and dropping right here. See, now it's wrapping around that plastic, it's around that plastic. It's not touching frame at all. And I'm gonna have my disconnect switch sitting somewhere over here, running to my battery and everything. Okay, I got my winch all hooked up. Now there's a small black wire, this little teeny black wire right there. That's actually gonna go to your ground, mounted to the back of here. There's a ground bolt back here, so mount there. Your ground wire is gonna actually go to your battery. This ground wire is going to your battery. I don't know why my camera's out of focus, but that ground wire is gonna go to your battery, and that small black wire is gonna go to that ground bolt. The power wire is gonna run to my switch here. See here on this switch, this red wire is going to the battery, and then my actual winch power is going to go here. So as I turn it off and on, it gives it power. There's on there, there's off. It gives it power, or takes power away from it. So if I want to run the winch, I got to operate this first. I got to turn that to on. Now power is running through this circuit to my winch now. So your power wire from your winch is going to run into this. Your ground wire from your winch is going to your battery. Remember that. So now that I got everything hooked up, I've got my power switch sitting right here. And right now, if this was turned this way, it would be on. Right now, I got it off. I haven't tightened that down yet, but I pulled part of the cord out because before I tighten everything down, I want to test it to make sure everything's right. I've got my remote control hooked up. I got it wired in because I guess it has to charge up to be wireless. So I got that pushed in there. They've got a switch in here. I wish I had light. Wait a minute, let me see. So it tells you there if you want wireless off or on. That's pretty cool. So I can say, hey, I want wireless on. Then I could just sit in the truck and kind of operate the wireless. But so right now I got everything ready to test before I actually bolt this thing to my Jeep. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm about to turn my switch on. So that's on. Hey, a blue light came on. Check that out. A blue light came on over here. I got my cable out. Let's see. That's in and that's out. Let's see if I can pull it in. Well, I got the gears undone. Let me lock the gears back in. Okay, now the gears are locked back in. I had to unlock the gears to actually pull that thing out some. So let me see if I can pull it in. Hold on. Check it out. It works. Okay, it works. I'm good. I'm ready to bolt this thing in. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something with that bunching up. I'm gonna have to probably do that by hand. All right, so here's out. Kind of get it to go out some. Well, it's kind of leaning against this right now, but you get the point. I mean, it's all wired in. It seems like it works. I'm gonna bolt this thing down and probably test it tomorrow. It kind of got dark on me. Look at this. I started when it was light out, but you know, I took a couple of breaks messing around with the dogs a little bit. But pretty much is good. And I got to paint my other one anyways because I want to paint it to match that color. I'm not going to leave it silver. I'll paint the Badlands one. So tomorrow this thing will be hooked up and ready to rock. So far, so good.